Alright. Let's see how this is going. Have I cut my head off? What have I done? Oh yes, I've totally cut my head off. I better change that. Let's fix that. That's not appropriate. Have my head cut off, you know, which means I better move this back. Yeah, that's a bit better. Then we'll cut my head off. All right, is my head cut off now? Let's see. That's better. I can actually, you can see my head. All right, what do I do here? Oh yeah. Move that one over to that side, and then open that one up, and then move that over to move it to the left, and then that one. Go back there. Up. I want to watch that. There we go. I think we're all set up now. Alrighty. Welcome. Give some more bits to Sad Boy. Yeah, I'm just doing meal prep again. That's what it always is here in this kitchen. Meal prep. Let me get one of these plates out. Alright. So, what am I doing again today? Oh yes, the chicken salad. Just gotta get stuff out of the fridge. Is what's here? Need that. We've got all of these to start with. That one. This one. Let's throw some. Which one is the good one? All right. Throw some garlic powder down. I should probably turn the oven on to start with. We got everything out. Yep. All right. Start warming the oven up. You got anybody? What do we got there? Yep. Alrighty. Let's turn some music up. We've got Sad Boy over on Twitch as well. So he's playing our music. He's being our DJ today.
What do you think that's gonna go the way I thought it was
gonna go? So starting with the chicken tenders. Ah. We do our chicken tenders. Yeah, and then that's not bad. Put some more garlic powder down. I want it to get really absorbent. Yeah, let's get these out.
I need to see what they all are. There's a couple.
Oh, so juicy. All right.
Ew, are you touching that with your bare hands?
Oh, you mean the chicken? Am I touching the chicken with my bare hands? Yes, yes I am. Wait till you see what I do next with the chicken. This is the fun bit of cooking. You should hear the sound it's about to make. Alright. More garlic powder. Actually, I think I probably used too much garlic powder this time. Now mustard. Ugh. The mustard. Where's my spoon? Here's spoon. Mustard. Doopy doops. Get some doopy doops of the mustard on there. I think actually I might finish this jar off. I can highly recommend, do not do this mix in the air fryer. Mustard and garlic powder and an air fryer, don't mix. I think I committed a war crime on myself the last time I did this when I did this in an air fryer. Sad boy, this is probably the reason why it's not safe to be around me at work. Right. This is the fun bit where I get to dig my fingers into the mustard and the chicken. Alright. Get this all mixed around. Look at that. That's some good chicken, Mama. Oh, I didn't cut any little bits off for you today, Mama. I'm sorry. You miss out. What? No, don't use that type of language. I'm streaming, buddy. Alright. Yes, get all that mustard all over the chicken. Huh? What'd you call me, Mama? Oh, that's good. It's good chickens. Oh. Alright. Looks like I put my hand into a baby's nappy. Cooking the chickens. Get these chicken strips sorted out. Oh, looks good. That one's a bit wonky. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yes, my what? Right. Yeah, just gonna leave some of this mix on the chicken too. So it all... This... Oh, look how dirty my hand is. Right. What? Yes! Oh, I know. I've got to be less dirty with the mustard. Oh. Right, yeah, give my hands a good wash. Get that water nice and hot. Get the mustard out from under my fingernails. Another run of soap.
So much.
Yes, I know I finished doing the time watch, but you can do it even more because I've been playing with chicken. Alrighty. Now, you put this in the oven for the next 15 minutes. Alright.
Backache, back again.
There.
Panadol Extra contains a combination of ingredients which provides more powerful pain relief. Extra strength relief for tough pain. That's one for Panadol Extra.
5 things I love about Escape Red.
Alright, that's that now.
Walls means no one judging. Our gaming room, perfect for locking in. Our rooftop terrace, actually stunning. Being next to the station and minutes from the city, and our rockstar reception
This
team.
one,
See you
do
soon.
that. Oh, let me just move these over here out of the way. Put that in there for a sec. Alright. Now, what do I skip the ad? Where is... Let's start with... Where we start? What shall we start with first? Let's grab our cucumber. Let's start with our cucumber. Cucumber. So I didn't get a large cucumber this time. I got a smaller cucumber. Wait, why am I looking in the fridge for the chopping board? Let's just sit it. All right. All right.
Is that beer you're drinking?
No, it is a Mars bar in a can. I'm not drinking on stream. It's chocolate in a
Yeah,
can.
that looks like beer.
It's not.
I'm drinking.
Show me what your soda water looks like. It's overexposed. My I mean, mine will give you a little hint on what it is.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I really planned on cooking all this last Monday, and then I can't remember why I didn't do any meal prep last Monday. And then I got called into work on Tuesday, and then it was a hell week. So I didn't, pardon me, I didn't end up preparing my food.
I don't think that was fair that you got called into that.
I'm fine with it. I mean, you know what, more money in my pocket. That's all that really matters for me at the moment. Not that one, that one. You know, I haven't sharpened this for a while.
Hey, she's experimenting as well.
Who is?
Hey, Sarah.
Ah,
It's Discord as well. Right, not Discord. Discord. Yeah, they're in the Discord and Twitch. It's blue.
is sharpening a knife on stream considered a dangerous activity? That's...
You're cooking, I'm sure that's not
Yeah, oh. I keep seeing those ads for those knife sharpeners on Instagram and that, and I'm like, oh, I really kind of want to get one of those. They look kind of cool. Only for like the fidget factor. But I mean, this sharpener sharpens a knife pretty quick anyway, so I don't really need another knife sharpener. Like even with this one, just a couple of seconds gets it sharper. But I don't know whether is it classed as sharp? I don't know.
Oh, you found it.
Because it's tip of my finger.
I was talking to you, like,
Sorry,
bitch.
sorry, I missed what you said. Found my finger.
I'm getting spoken to.
Who's speaking to me? Where? Who's saying what? I don't know now. The delay's too much.
Twitch.
Twitch. Did somebody say something about you? Oh, Cody. Cody, hi. Sorry, I switched over to my recipe and I forgot to switch. So I've got Sad Boy here on one side of the iPad. I've got YouTube on the other side of the iPad. And I've got my Twitch stream on my iPhone. But my recipe is also on my iPhone. So I switched over my recipe for a second and I forgot to switch it back. So I might have missed what you said. Let me check on the back of the camera. There we go, that'll do. Right. Right, hi Cody. Thank you for joining me. I have no idea when it comes to sharpening. I've had this, I think this knife kit was given to my wife and I as a wedding gift, I think, or my wife bought it. What am I making? I'm making a Dijon chicken and pasta salad. It's a meal prep thing. So it gets divided up into these at the end. This bowl is way too small for my meal prep. So everything almost falls out by the time I actually get stuff in there. And I make it because my main job, the one that I don't work with Sad Boy at, I'm in my car driving from client to client's houses. And so I don't really technically have a lunch break, but sometimes if I'm running early, I can make up some time in the middle of the day and create myself a lunch break. But it means I'm in my car, so I really can't have anything that I heat up. Whereas other things, like pasta and meatball and that, I can make and freeze in the fridge. Now I can't even tell if you saw me do that now on the stream because what's going on there? That's all over the place. Pardon me. So yeah. So yeah, so it just while I'm just trying to cut back on the amount of junk food I eat.
I can see the ghost reset.
So yeah, okay. Put in comments. I'm watching Sad Boy's comment stream anyway, so any comments for me can go through Sad Boy. Let's ignore Sad Boy for the moment. Let's you and I have a conversation through his chat. That'll be classic.
Hey, go straight. Hey, come on, Birdie. Keep up.
So the chicken, now the recipe calls for chicken breast, but I prefer us get the chicken tenders. There's not much difference when you're buying, chunks of meat in the thing. So I get the chicken tenders. Saves me having to cut as much. Now with that chicken, then use some Dijon mustard and some garlic powder, and there is a measurement to it, but I just kind of just put it on, and then you kind of massage it all together. Get your fingers deep in that chicken, and mix it all together, and then toss it in the oven for like 15-20 minutes. While that's happening, I got less than 5 minutes to go on the chicken. I should have a lot more of this salad done. Yeah, right now, give me my celery. That's what I need next. Let's get two bits of celery. Thinly slice the ends off. What are you getting to, Mama? Don't touch that, Mama.
Hey, it's for the police. What the fuck? What's your ID? Hi, Raiders. Hi, everyone. The hell?
I mean, if you know what the raid is, come raid my stream.
Well, thanks for the raid.
So close to me.
What a legend.
Don't stand,
How's the game?
don't stand so close to me. Oh, lucky I just cut myself where I cut myself the other day. Great, I just opened a cut that I already cut into. All right. That's enough cutting that then. Lightning doesn't
everything?
Lightning doesn't strike the same place twice, but my knife does.
Welcome everyone.
Extra protein.
I'm
Yeah.
here chilling.
Hey, that's just what I need, extra protein. Although, in a pinch, apparently blood is a good egg substitute for binding food. I don't know why I know that.
What is this now? That's a great question.
So that was the celery. Now I need the. Let me just leave that there. The red bell pepper.
Never seen it before.
There's never an easy way to start cutting these open. Like, you know, because there's all that seed stuff on the inside. Like, I usually try and cut around the top here and pull it out. Pull all the core out with all the seeds attached.
That's what you had to dip out. Awesome.
See?
Fair
And the
enough.
seeds still go with it. I mean, I don't mind. Like, some people, with this type of salad, some people like to pull all the seeds out and make sure there's no seeds at all. That one was actually quite easy this one. I honestly don't mind the seeds. Like, yeah.
I'll let you.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's more getting them out. Like, people say there's a certain way to do it so that you can not have the seeds go everywhere. Oh yeah, the chicken's ready. Alright, well, let's have a look. Yeah. Actually, I think I had too much mustard on that time. Oh, I just gassed myself. Yeah. So
CPU with
so craftily cut this little bit off here,
just,
the white bit.
you must be from these. How is it stream?
Yeah, I must have gassed the sad boy at work the other day. A little bit too much protein in the diet. I mean, does that count as workplace bullying? It was just bad timing. He walked. I don't know. He didn't enjoy. He did not. He didn't enjoy it. Don't worry. There's no way he was going to enjoy that. I once made this and I diced everything up really, really finely. And then when it came time to eat it, it wasn't great. Like, I like the big, I like everything big and chunky and crunchy.
We're getting closer and closer to 200.
So I think when it comes to cutting up the capsicum, But yeah, it's better big chunky bits of capsicum, big chunky bits of. And the other one with the capsicum, no, not the cucumber. With the cucumber, people often cut it in half and then scoop all the seeds out. It helps dry the recipe out a bit. But I think I just prefer everything big and chunky bits. I mean, it's probably messed up the macros of the recipe a bit, but I'm not really chasing macros or anything like that. I'm just kind of trying to find something that's, you know, a bit more protein, less fat. You know, so I don't forget. So I'm not doing drive-through, really. Yeah, flavour you can see. That's right. Yeah, raspberry. Whatever it is. Oh yeah, my red onion. Well, that thing, like, actually, it's still about the knife being sharp.
There you are.
I don't know. Like, I don't know whether is it just I'm using that much force that it makes it look like it's sharp, or is it? I'm not trying to be forceful with it or anything like that. So we've put in. So we've put celery, cucumber, and red capsicum. Or my wife keeps calling it red bell pepper. I'm like, no, thank you. Do not call it a red bell pepper. It's a capsicum.
Are you playing War Thunder tomorrow or days?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's nitpicking, but yeah, right. It's a capsicum, and I usually just get the red ones. Occasionally we'll get something where we might get the traffic light pack. With the red onion, I try to peel off as much of the dry layer as possible because it does, once the oils are added and the other ingredients are added and it comes time to, you know, it sits for a few days and you shake it up, this dry layer tends to come off the rest of the onion and floats around. That's the one little bit that I don't like a thin little dry piece of onion skin rather than the actual chunky body of the onion. No, my wife's Japanese. I spent the early 2000s living in Japan and met her while I was living over there. And then she came to do university in Australia. We kept in touch when I moved back to Australia. And she came to finish university in Australia. And we got together after that. But her and the kids are back in Japan at the moment. The kids yeah, I think because America's imported so much stuff into Japan, they call them bell pepper. Akias, yes, Akias. So early 2000s, there were like in my in-laws live in Fukushima Prefecture, so there was quite a few abandoned houses in that town even back then, and since 2011 the abandoned houses have gotten worse. Like in my in-laws street, when I first went there, it was probably every 10th house was abandoned. Now it's more like every 5th house is occupied. Yeah, all. I think it's because, I mean, even when I first met my wife and went up to her parents' place, the housing situation, or the houses occupied, wasn't great. I think the town's average age was over 50. I think the town's average age now would be closer to 60 or 70 maybe. Yeah. So, I mean, I'd like to buy a house over there and move back over there, but I don't have any. Well, my skills, I guess my work skills are transferable. Not for the job that I do with Savoy, although yes, there's industries I can work in with those skills. But the other industry I work in, there's definitely a want for those skills in Japan. It's just that I can't speak Japanese. I can speak enough Japanese to get into trouble, as in biru futatsu kudasai, biru futatsu kudasai. So I know how to get drunk in. I know how to get drunk in Japan, but I don't know how to get out of trouble. Connor's learning Japanese. Every time I see Connor's name pop up, oh yeah, I keep thinking of that other Connor that is in Japan, the British guy or the Welsh guy that went to Japan, and because I used to follow, I still do, Joey the anime man. I've been following him for years, just watching anime, and he moved to Japan. Now, black olives. Now, how many how many grams is this? This is, I need about 100. This is 430. I need about 400 grams of black olives out of here. No, not 4. It's 430. I need about 100 grams of black olives out of here. So I want to strain out. the liquid. See, on Duolingo, I've kind of taken a break from Japanese, and I've been doing chess. But I've really got to go back. To doing Japanese. I've left it probably a bit long without doing Japanese. But I mean, Duolingo's not the greatest way to learn a language. I've got basically a library of language books. My brother speaks Arabic, and then he decided, he got bored of learning Arabic because he communicates in Arabic pretty much every day. So he decided, it's making a mess. So he decided, I'll learn Japanese. How hard can that be? And I mean, I should put in more effort, but he got better than me in no time. I think he's just got a brain for languages more than I do. I struggle with Japanese all the time. What are you saying? How many? 25 olives. I'm not counting them. I'm not counting it out. I'm counting them. I'm weighing them. But I also want to get them dry. So I'll pull them out. Pull them out. Shake them a bit. Get the water off them. Then re-weigh it. So we're a little over 100 grams at the moment. So put that, tip that, shake, shake, shake. Put it back. Look at that, 100.2 grams. I think that 0.2 is the weight of one olive. So I'm not going to change anything now. Yeah, let me wash up. So, yeah, I can go in the fridge. And then the next one, black olives.
I'm excited about new Sensodyne Expert Repair. Sensodyne Expert Repair provides special care.
I'm not excited about toothpaste. I should pay for a subscription to Sad Boy so that I don't get ads because they're really loud. Right. Now, get the red kidney beans. You come over here a second. Red kidney beans, but in the can, they're gross and slimy looking. Just sit that there. So, I prefer to wash them. This is the one thing I do. Like, this is the one with the kidney beans, because it does two things. I rinse the can for recycling, but then also wash the beans because they can be a little gross. I mean, I don't know. No, not the beans aren't gross. I shouldn't say the beans are gross. It's just that they're sitting in liquid for so long. That liquid kind of is gross. I think actually this little container, this little tin with the little strainer in it, I think this is something we brought back from Japan with us, like a Daiso purchase or something like that. Comes in really handy. No, I don't want to a Sensodyne sponsor. I've actually been getting a lot of Colgate ads for some reason on YouTube. And I don't know why. I don't know. Actually, I should come around and just check. Anybody been talking to me on Kick? No Kick. I just realised for some reason, it wasn't. One of my kids must be logged into my YouTube account because they've been talking and it hasn't been coming up. There it is. What? The live chat's not working on there, so I have to. I'm gonna reload YouTube. Come on. I guess one of my kids is trying to talk to me there. Come on. Oh. Shh. There we go. Yeah, okay. So one of my kids must have been watching on my YouTube from Japan. Said, but I didn't realise the YouTube stream wasn't working. I missed them. Brrr. What a cop out. Right. That can go back in here, and this can be another rinse. Because now it's dressing time. I think I've done everything else I need to do. Alright. Yeah, I'm using my phone. It's my phone that's streaming. I'm using what is it? I don't know, I forgot what the app is. What's the app? Prism. Prism Live. I'm using Prism, and Prism allows me to stream to YouTube, Kick, and Twitch all at the same time. But only YouTube and Twitch have the apps in the background to on the iOS app, so I can watch and use them at the same time. No, so the kids have their own iPads and they FaceTime me all the time and send me text messages throughout the day. So that's all cool. There's no problem with me, unless I want to stream. Like, they did call me earlier. I would have been streaming earlier, but they called me. They bought Roblox codes, but didn't know how to put them onto their Roblox accounts. So they sent me screenshot photos of the Roblox codes, and I put it on their accounts. And then was like, go now, I've got to stream. Hey. And while we're at it, where are we? What's going on? Ah, you're still watching, buddy. What's going on there? No, it's not. It's liquid Mars bar. It's chocolate liquid Mars bar. We do not do that on this stream. What's I going to do? Yeah, I'm trying to, the dressing. I'm going to make the dressing. Right, the olive oil. Here we go. No, that's apple cider vinegar. I don't want that. Alright. Buddy. Hey buddy, I know you're watching and you messaged me on YouTube. I didn't see the message because the screen wasn't working properly. So it's working properly now. So I need 90 grams of this. Oh no. 250. I don't think I've got enough olive oil. No, I don't have enough olive oil. Oh bugger! I've only got half the olive oil. No! Oh yeah. Well, that sucks a bit. I forgot to get olive oil. I only got 50. Maybe there's some more down here. What's that one? No, that's canola oil. That's grapeseed oil. That's Kikkoman soy sauce. As tempting as that is. Worcestershire, coconut spray. I'm all out of olive oil. I did not realise I'd be out of olive oil. Oh. Well. So I got 55 grams. So I need 90, but I got 55 grams. That's, yeah. Alright. It won't be as dressed up as usual then. Let's call it an undressed salad. Alright. Where's my red wine vinegar? Some red wine vinegar. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything that will. There's nothing that'll be bad that happens. Maybe we'll just put a little extra of this in. I'm supposed to put 60 grams of this in, but let's maybe
A little bit, yeah.
let's put a little bit more of this in. Let's go. Look. Let's be liberal with the pour. Yeah, went over 60 by a little bit. Oh. Anyway. Because it's not my recipe, I'm not going to put any of the notes for it in the thing afterwards. What else we got? I don't put. One thing I don't put in it is I don't put the garlic in it. I used to, but I kind of went off the taste of garlic, so I don't put garlic in anymore. So another 15 grams of mustard. It's 9, 14. Let's just go a little bit more. Yeah, 20 grams of mustard. Why not? I've got it. One thing I've got to resist the urge to do with doing this is once I plop it in there, go, that's done. Licking the spoon. Licking a spoonful of mustard. I've done it a few times, just not thinking and just stuck the spoon straight in my mouth. Not that it's bad, it's just it's just kind of like, it smacks you right in the face. It's like, I guess it's because, you know, you spread some Nutella. You spread some Nutella on your bread, and then you lick the knife when you're finished. It's that type of habit.
God damn it, you got me, you know.
The oregano and the basil. Alrighty. Oregano. About a gram of this. I just get the lightly dried stuff. Although the dried stuff seems to last longer, obviously. No, I mean, I don't think I lick them. No, I don't lick those knives. Well, no, I do have a habit of licking a steak knife when it's a good juicy steak with a nice peppercorn sauce. I don't know why I put oregano on things. Oregano smells like pencil sharpening. You know when you're at primary school and you put the thing in and you turn a little crank handle and sharpen your pencil? This always reminds me of that smell. So, whoa, big chunk. I don't know. So the oregano and the basil, going a gram of each of those. Rightio. And then, what else was in it? Oh yeah, salt and pepper. It does call for, like the recipe also says red pepper flakes, but no, that's right. This stopped working, didn't it? I need to get a new one. It's really not working anymore. Alright, we're gonna get a new one. I don't even think any salt came out then. I need new salt and pepper shakers. Because this really doesn't grind either. Rightio. Salt. That was that. I have completely forgotten completely forgotten to put the pasta on. Jeez. Completely. This is going to take a while now. I completely forgot about the pasta. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Well, here's a lesson to you. Don't drink liquid Mars bars and cook. Why have I forgotten? Completely forgot to do all this. Jeez. Jeez.
What do you mean don't drink? What's wrong with you?
Because I completely forgot to put the pasta on, dude. I'm getting to the last stages of putting everything together. Alright, the dressing needs to be well and truly stirred up. Let's get another little fork. So I'm going to mix the mustard and no, I don't tend to add salt to the pasta. Like one of my clients at one of my jobs says to add a splash of olive oil to your pasta when you cook it, but I've run out. I've completely run out of olive oil, so that won't be happening tonight either. You finishing it? Good night, sad boy.
Thanks for the follows and all the points.
See you tomorrow, sad boy.
Everyone jump in. Go hit this man a follow and maybe see you tomorrow night on next stream.
Alright.
Once again, thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Alrighty. So, yeah, get all that dressing in there. Let me just. Did. Oh, holy crap, sad boy! I didn't realize you were rating me. Because. Thanks for the raid, sad boy. I did not realize you were rating me. I was waiting to see what. Suddenly I'm like, why is my Twitch? Why is the stream suddenly got me on it? But thank you. Welcome everybody to my kitchen, where I've completely messed up the order of everything. And yes, I've completely messed up the order of my cooking tonight. It all comes down to the fact that the Mars bar that I've been eating is a little distracting, I guess. But, so, I suppose I should explain what the recipe's in the title. I made a Dijon chicken salad for while I'm at work, because I spend most of the day in the car, and this is a meal that I don't have to reheat. It's chilled. Yes, it's a chilled salad, so I put it in. I've got some. I either put it in my souvenir Sapporo bag from Japan, or if I'm taking protein shakes with me as well, it goes in my Asahi Gold bag from Japan. This is my new one. This one I really like this one actually. I just got it. It came stacked with 12 cans, of a Asahi Gold, which I promptly drank while in Japan and brought this back with me from Japan. So yes, now we're just mixing the salad. I'll add the chicken in a moment. Actually, I should take the chicken out of the oven. I should have taken the chicken out of the oven earlier to cool, but it looks pretty good. Right. Yes. So yes, buddy. I forgot to pour my I only bought a small bottle of olive oil, buddy, because you guys aren't here, so I didn't think I'd need too much. But now I realised I've made this recipe so many times, I've gone through a whole bottle, a mini bottle. And this one actually tastes good. Like, this was some, like, olive oil is all generic in taste, but this one tastes all right. Now, sorry, I've completely lost track of the chat. What are we saying? Yes, the Milky Bar Kid Mars bars, the white Mars bars. Yes, right. I should probably go, because everyone's here now, I should probably go through the ingredients. Let me switch over to my my recipe. So basically, the chicken part, like about 500 grams, 600 grams of chicken, and then you, I'm making a mess already. Then you get some garlic powder and some mustard, and you centrally massage the chicken and get all that mustard and garlic powder around the chicken. And then you toss it in the oven for 15 minutes. And then you probably forget about it like I did. No, I did turn the oven off before. So that's all good. So I haven't overcooked the chicken, but the chicken probably hasn't cooled enough yet to dice up and put in there. There's more water. Water's still not quite there yet. Right. Where is... There is one other thing I'm looking for. Yeah. What? Not that one. Ooh. Huh. I do not know what I am looking for. Where did I put it? Not under there. I do not know. Where did I put that? No. I was looking for, really looking for the mat to put this under, but I can't find it. So I might as well just put this like that. Oh, that's not that hot. It's not hot at all. It's not hot at all. It is quite cool. Alright, now. Is water boiling yet? Nope. Come on, boil. Alright, so yeah, the chicken with the mustard and the garlic powder, then the salad. Salad is a cucumber, celery, red bell pepper, red onion, black olives, and canned kidney beans. And you dice it up. Like I said to somebody before, so I said to Connor before, I leave everything quite chunky. And then, that actually sounds like it's boiling now. Yes, turn that down a bit. Now I need one of these for a moment, because I only need half the bag of pasta. It's a 500 gram bag, I only use about 250 grams. the recipe calls for 227 grams of pasta. I don't know why they have to be so accurate, but I put in, because this is a 500 gram bag, I put in 250 grams. And save the rest for next time. Yep. Mama, stop that. Mama's trying to tear a new hole in the couch. And he's been working on it when I'm at work. So I try to stop him from doing it while I'm home. Come on. Let's get to 250. 248, that's perfect. Right. Yeah, 250 grams of pasta. And that can go in there for next time. Right. Yep. Right. Now let's cut up the chicken. So sorry, I completely missed the chat. Yes, you're bringing my baggie to work. Maybe one day it will be filled with beer. Then I just kind of dice up these chicken pieces and toss it in the salad. It might still be a little. What I don't really have time streams. Like, I guess I get home, like my workout streams, I usually stream in the afternoon. This week I haven't streamed at all because of work. We just had a big week at work. So, like, I worked days at one job, and then the job that I work at with Sad Boy, I was there pretty much Tuesday. So one job I worked Monday to Thursday, and pretty much the other job with Sad Boy was Tuesday to Saturday. And so I haven't had much rest this week. I haven't worked out this week at all. Usually I go to the gym on a Friday, so I don't stream on a Friday. But I didn't stream last Monday. Oh, that's gone over. I didn't stream. It's going over again. Crap! I didn't start a timer. Can anybody tell me how long ago I started cooking the pasta? And can you tell me when it gets to 10 minutes? Because I did not. And the other stupid thing that happened is on Friday, while I was at work, all the devices in the house stopped responding, and I kept getting messages that everything had stopped responding. And I thought, oh, okay. The internet provider the infrastructure provider for the internet is doing maintenance. So my internet's probably going to be down for an hour or two. And then it went on, and you know, I was getting close to the end of my shift, and nothing had still come back up. I thought, that's really odd. Anyway, I get home Friday night, and my garage door won't open. I thought, that's odd. And then I realised that all my sensor lights that come on when I get home, like the lights inside the house, are all programmed to come on when I get home. They're not coming on either. I was like, oh, that's really odd, right? So I walk around to the fuse box, and I realised for the pasta, a little thicker, a little tougher, kind of works with the crunch of all the vegetables. So I usually only cook it for 10 minutes. So it might be ready in a moment anyway. Yeah, as I was saying, got home, none of the lights were coming on or anything like that. So I go to the fuse box, and somebody's flicked all the switches in my fuse box, turned the power off. The only thing I think of is that they were casing me, trying to work out they're going to flip the power off in the fuse box to find out whether I turn it back on and find out whether I'm home. Another house a few doors away got broken into a few weeks ago, and so that's the only thing I can think of is why they would have tried to turn the power off. Alright, anyway, let's see how we go. That's probably still, probably still too chewy. And the funny thing is about them doing that is that last Sunday, I actually went and bought a whole heap of cameras. I'll grab one and show you. Yeah. So I went and bought a set of these cameras, these Eufy brand solar powered cameras, to install today. And then this happens like a couple of days before I go to install. And I mean, these look great. Our street is so bright though that these don't seem to want to go into night vision mode. They're doing their daylight night mode. It's really cool. So what is it? Murphy's Law? The Murphy's Law of the fact that the week that I get cameras and just haven't installed them yet is the week that I get targeted by somebody. So the cameras are up, the one camera, that one camera is not up yet because it's going out in the laneway to cover the garage door and that. But there's a lot of cameras in the laneway, or people have already put a lot of cameras in the laneway anyway, so the laneway is pretty good. Oops, overboard, get back in there. So the laneway's pretty well covered by people. The area I'm in is a kind of like a fairly, for the whole area, like we're in an estate that is newish. Like we're not, there's still building, at the end of my street they're still building, but I've been here about 10 years, a bit more than 10 years. And it's all right. We're not really bad. We're not the worst area, I guess. It's just, I think it's gotten to that point where there's somebody in the area that's decided to case a lot of people, and this is just something that happens. I reckon that's right for the pasta. So yeah, I mean, I've lived in this area or around this area since the very late 80s. My parents have owned property in the area since the 70s. So I've grown up in the area, and you know, this is really the first time anything like that's happened to anybody in my family. So, all that I know about. So I'm not that worried. But it is, I guess it is better to be, you know, safe and sorry, I guess, or, you know, you do what you can to protect yourself, I guess. And I guess by handing out dates like that, and giving away my age too, but that's right. You know, whoosh, Jimmy. It's probably bad to toss this straight into the salad pot like this, but it's getting bagged up, and it's going straight in the fridge. Because actually, I don't think. What am I work schedule tomorrow? I'm doing my work schedule tomorrow. I don't really need this tomorrow. So it'll sit in the fridge for a day at least. Right, now. So I need a bigger bowl. Just needs to be slightly bigger, so it just maybe, you know, this needs to be like another 2 or 3 centimeters taller, so that I can mix it. I have got a wok there that I got for free from Woolies, but I don't know whether I could use that as a. I have got a lid. It has got a lid, but the problem with the lid is, I'll show you the lid. The lid pushes down, so the lid actually goes down deep enough to stop the lip or the pour piece from spilling. So I could push it down, but then there'd be no air space. There'd be no air space to shake it. But yes, it has got a lid, but it's just not a good lid. Yeah, I know it's a terrible lid. That's right. This method, I've kind of devised this method of low impact stirring, where I kind of dig to the bottom, drag up material from the bottom, and kind of roll it. And I don't spill too often. But yeah, well, I think that's where this. I think that's where these mixing bowls came from, because this is a set of 3 or 4. But I really like. So there was I did work at a place that had this lovely big metal mixing bowl, and every time I do this, I just constantly remember that mixing bowl, and I was like, oh, I want that one. And it wasn't. The funny thing was, it wasn't round. It was more egg-shaped, so you could kind of hug it and mix, and it would just nicely scrape. It would, like the bowl itself just naturally wanted to sit in your arm, like in your arm there while you mixed with it. It was like I think it like even had on the side of it that it was 6 litres, like it was, or more. It might have been even more than that, 8 litres or something like that. It could hold 8 litres of liquid or something like that. I mean, that would have been heavy to pick up if it was full of water, but when it was full of like dough and that, it was just perfect to kind of really sit there and crank and mix with. Alright, that feels like it's well and truly mixed enough. We'll get that out of the way. Toss that in the bin. Turn the fan off. Get those out of the way. Just check to make sure my Mars bar hasn't melted anymore. No, but it has almost melted completely away. I might have to check to see if I've got any more Mars bars around. Right. Now, these did come from Kmart. The funny thing is, right, I've actually, let me see if I can find it. Yes, here it is. So, this is how they're advertised. Like I actually bought these a few years ago, and they're advertised as 10-piece 1-compartment meal prep containers, right? So stupid me, I look at it and go, oh, 10-piece, 1-piece, 2-piece. No, they count this as 1-piece. So I was thinking 1-piece, 2-piece, and then now I've got, so there are actually 10 complete containers in here. So 10 bases, 10 lids. I would say 10 bases, 10 lids, that's 20 pieces. But I don't know, it should say 10 times 1-compartment containers. But because I did have I did look at buying other ones that had actual compartments in there. I didn't buy those. But stupid me, I must not be able to count the same way Kmart counts. But anyway, as I said, we collect out. So I put the pasta in that one, Bob. Get this big mixing bowl now. Get 5 containers. I get my scales again because I try to do. I'm not tracking, like I think I mentioned before. I'm not tracking macros or anything like that. I just use the scales to even it out a bit. So a big scoop from the bottom and up. One, two. Let's do 3 scoops to start with. 3. One, Yeah. Yeah. As I said before, I won't put the recipe in the notes on YouTube because this is actually a recipe from the Meal Prep King. No, not that one. Let me see what it is again. It's from... Where is it? It's from the Meal Prep Manual. Sorry. The Meal Prep Manual. I love the Meal Prep Manual website. I just sometimes, I hate cooking. That's the problem. That's a big thing. Why am I doing a cooking stream when I hate cooking? No, it's a meal prepping. But the Meal Prep King, the Meal Prep Manual, so mealprepmanual.com, all one word, all lowercase. I love just going through the recipes and looking there, and I go through it, I go, oh, that looks delicious. And I look at the instructions and go, nah, can't be bothered. Oh, look, that looks delicious. No, I can't be bothered. I really do. That's why as well. This one is a non-reheat meal as well, so I can just eat it in the car. So there's another 3 scoops for that one. Oh, when I lived in Nagoya, I lived way outside of Nagoya at a place called Anjo, but I was right on the edge of, I think I was kind of like, I was in Anjo, but that was right next to Toyota and Toyohashi. And there's obviously the Toyota factory is at Toyota, but I think there was a Mitsubishi had a test track, or it was a vehicle proving ground that was both used by Toyota and Mitsubishi. And the school I worked at, after hours, we had a program where parents could come in and learn English. And so one of the parents of one of the girls I taught, her dad worked at Toyota, and he was at the very end of the line, and he would check over every single Toyota that came off the line. And then one of the other girls I taught, her dad worked for Mitsubishi, but he was a product development driver. So basically a test driver. And then one day when there was one lesson came in, the Mitsubishi dad, he came in late, but he came in and he's got a crutch under one arm and he's got his other arm in a sling and he looks like he's got a boot on his leg, and he walks in, sits down, and we're all looking at him like, dude, what happened? So this would have been late 2004. And he, because we're teaching English, so he says, he's trying to find the words, and he goes, Evo crash. And we're like, what? And he goes, driving, car, tail, fall, car flip. And so what we got out of him was, he was testing one of the new Evos. And so I don't know whether he must have been testing like a 2005 model, or even as far as the 2006 version of the Evo that was coming out or something like that. But apparently they put a new gearbox in it. They were testing a new gearbox and mustn't have done the tail shaft properly, because apparently the tail shaft fell out. And as he drove off the track, wondering why he's got no power, the tail shaft dug into the grass at the side of the track and just launched the whole car onto its roof. And so he was in it while it was upside down and got banged up pretty bad. What do we got there? 450, 365. We'll put some more in that one. 418. Let's just put some of that in there. Yeah, that's good. yeah, so that that was funny. Those two guys were great because they were like, I was always interested in about what was, and they were the guys that introduced me to. They actually introduced me to Skylines. Before I went to Japan, I guess I was into my Holdens and Fords, more Holdens than Fords, I guess. Well, that one's really low. And I had a HQ Belmont panel van that I didn't own for very long because it got wrecked by somebody. A drunk driver smashed into it and wrecked it on me. So I didn't get to play with that toy too much. Yeah, and once they introduced me to those Skylines and others, Sylvias, they both, even though they worked for Toyota and Mitsubishi, these two guys were way more into their Nissans. One had a GTR, and the other had, I'm pretty sure the other had the two Silvers. I think one had he had an S14 and an S15 Sylvia, or he might have had an S13 and an S14. But yeah, those two guys are great. It's one of those things where all these years later, I really wish I could have stayed in contact with those type of students. That one's really heavy. Wait, which was the lighter one? No, that was the lighter one. Oh. Alright, put that in there. Oh, I've made the heavy one now. Alright. Let's just put this last bit in here. Alrighty. So that's those all pleasantly sorted out. That's what it kind of looks like. So that now gets put into the fridge to chill, and I take it to work in one of those little esky bags to keep cool while I'm at work. Well, quality, I guess. Sorry, I just saw your quality inspector's question. I think he was the quality inspector. He's like testing it out to make sure it's a good car, and it launched him into a wall. I think he said he was doing at least 100 when he pulled off onto the grass because he lost power. And just over it went. So yeah, now I put all these in the fridge. Gotta find space for everything. Do that. Do that. Down here. Alright. Alrighty. Turn that off. Yeah, well, I guess if they, I guess probably the big thing is with that Evo was that it was in the development stages still, so anything could have really happened with it. So, so I'm just going to scroll back through the chat on here to see if anybody from Kick made any comments. No Kick. Oh, nobody from Kick. Anyway. So yeah, Now comes the bit that I love the most about cooking. It's the cleaning of the dishes. No, it's not. It's the worst part of it. Yeah. Well, I guess actually that you're right about that. I had to do the fuel pump on my Skyline one time, and I had to take the back seat out. And I was like, that just seems stupid. Why do you have to take the back seat out to get to the fuel pump? Yeah, I do really miss my Skyline. I sold it after the pandemic because I just wasn't driving it. But I now drive an electric car. I'm on my second electric car, and honestly, I don't think I'd go back to petrol. Yes, that first, like, back, this is way back. It's story time. Let's do story time. So way back, Skyline, sorry, yes, R33 GTST. Couldn't afford a GTR at the time, but I bought that in 2006 when I got back from Japan. And then in 2022, when I sold it, I pretty much sold it for what I bought it for. Yeah. And, oops. Oh, I gave away my secrets. Yeah, pretty much. I just wasn't driving it. Like, and I was, like, initially when I first got it, I was using it for work, driving it around for work, and taking people grocery shopping in it was probably not the best because even though it's a 4-seater, it's 2 doors, and I mean the boot was decent sized boot, but I ended up taking all the boot lining out, and I'd go to put somebody's groceries in the back, and they'd look at the spare tire sitting in there and go, "What are you putting that in there for?" No, I mean, I didn't buy the electric car for the environment. That was not what it was. It was because I was doing, with the Skyline, I was spending about $90 to $100 this was back in 2014. I was spending $90 to $100 a week on fuel, and the majority of my driving was for work. So I thought, if I can change that somehow, and back in 2014 we bought a Nissan Leaf. So my overall expenditure on work-based driving went from around $8,000 to $10,000 a year down to around $600 a year. So this is like we get a bit of an allowance from work for fuel, but it was that big difference between the it was that big difference between what I'd be spending a week. And so even though that what we were spending on, it made our electricity price go up a little bit, but over the years you chase the better electricity price and you get that price to come down. So that's the real reason. And I kept the Skyline for, what was that, 8 years after buying an electric car, and because we'd still take the Skyline on long distance road trips and things like that. But now our second electric car, the Kia Niro, it has like a 450 kilometer range. So the Skyline would only do about 390 k's on a tank of fuel. So even the range of the Niro is greater than the range of the Skyline on a full tank. I mean, yes, I still do. Actually, that's funny thing. So the other day, I was watching a reel. I was just scrolling through Instagram, and this guy's filming out of his car at a police car alongside him, and the police car is going, spool it up. And I'm like, that's a Skyline. That has to be a Skyline. It sounds like an RB20 or an RB26. 25. No, 25. I think it was the RB25, which is what was in the GTST. And I was like, that's what it is. That's what it is. And and I was waiting for him to show the dash or something like that. He didn't show the dash. All it was still was focusing on the police car out the side, telling him to spool it up and give it a go and fang it. And so I had to go into the guy's actual profile and scroll through quite a bit until I found what car he was driving. And sure enough, it was a Skyline, the same as I had. So I knew the sound. It comes out. And even now, every now and then I'll hear a car go past. I'm like, that had to be a Skyline, but I didn't see it. So, right. So now time to do the dishes. Oh, hi buddy. My kids are watching on YouTube now. So, hi kids. Watch Daddy do the dishes. Let me get that out of the way first. What's that? Yeah. No, boys, stop doing screen time. It's bedtime. Go to bed, boys. Stop doing your screen time and go to bed. Right, these can go in the dishwasher. That can go in the dishwasher. What else can go in the dishwasher? This can go in the dishwasher. No, don't be cheeky, boys. Go to bed. No, tell Mummy to stop giving you time on the iPad. Sorry, my kids are watching on YouTube from Japan. So they should be going to bed now. It is past their bedtime, even in Japan. Wait, what was that? My hands are all wet. I can't read it. Is that the Korean flag? Is that? Oh no, that is Japan flag. I can't read it. It's just so small on my watch. Sort out what I can put in the dishwasher and what has to be cleaned in the sink. Boys, here you go. Okay, so you're going to wait for the live stream to end. I'll end the live stream now then. And then you can go to bed, boys. No, yes, yes, the boys are in Japan going to school for a year. They're doing a year of schooling in Japan. So they're over there, and so when my eldest in 2023, when my eldest was in grade 1, he went and did a year of grade 1. I mean, no, he didn't do a year in grade 1. He went and did he did 3 months, 4 months, 3 or 4 months in grade 1. And their school here is bilingual, so he's gone and so now he's going and doing some more schooling. He's doing another bit of schooling over there, but he's going to do a year this time. So what did? Yes, I'm doing the dishes now, buddy. I have to give me. Yeah. Let me turn my phone back on. Come on. No, let's wait. There we go. Okay, you're both chatting to me on 2 different things now. I'm gonna give these a rinse and then add some soup. Yeah, where the lid goes there, goes there. And a whack of the doodly-doo. Rightio. If you go, unfortunately, if you look back through my past streams on YouTube, the last 3 streams plus this one, 4 streams, I've basically prepared the same thing. It's the same chicken and the pasta salad. No, boo-hoo, I'm doing dishes. Big deal, buddy. What are you doing? Yes, you can call me after the live stream, buddy. What was I saying? Yeah, it's mainly because this is the meal I can chuck in the car and drive around from client to client and still, and I don't have to heat it up. Everything else I kind of do is more, I've got to kind of get home and heat it up, and usually when I get home I prefer to actually cook something. So, what was that? What was that going to come up? Oh God, you guys are sending too many messages now. What is it? I know I left the tap on because I was filling this. I was filling the sink so I can do the dishes. It's not going to overflow. Actually, I should probably move the stream a bit closer so I can see what people say. All right. Ultimate Caesar salad. That's got egg in it, doesn't it? What is it? What's in Caesar salad? I stay away from Caesar salad. It's because it's got egg in it. I'm allergic to eggs, so I don't do anything with egg in it. I know pasta has egg as an ingredient. If it's like whole eggs or egg, like, okay, trace amounts, I'm fine with trace amounts, but I'm not going to eat an omelette. I'm not going to get all the eggs sunny side up or anything like that. I mean, an egg white omelette, that's fine. It's like peanuts. I'm allergic to peanuts too, but not anaphylactic. Peanuts make me itch. Like really just tearing my skin out like I'm a junkie type itch. So I try to stay away from them too. What did you say, buddy? Lollipop eggs? What are you talking about lollipop eggs for? I don't know. I don't think you know what you're saying, buddy. Alright. What time? Oh, look at that. It's 10 past 10. I think because Sad Boy started streaming, I started watching his stream while I was trying to get stuff ready. And then I don't usually try to stream this late at night. But, yeah, that's that. I gotta be careful I don't say, there's one of the YouTube channels, the Japanese YouTuber channels that I watch, and he goes, anyway, that's that. More videos coming soon. Like when I finish doing things, I'll say that. Like I'll finish cleaning my teeth, spit, go dry my mouth and go, anyway, that's that. More videos coming soon. Maybe I should steal that as a sign. No, I can't steal that as a sign off. I mean, it's just such a great sign off. Hey, no rude words, buddy. There's a, what is it, the Limp Bizkit song, Break Stuff. So one of my elder children, who's watching at the moment, wanted to play Break Stuff in the car. And I had a daddy moment where I forgot that the youngest one was in the back seat with us. So the two older ones thought it was hilarious that we're listening to Break Stuff, and even thought it was even funnier when the younger one started saying, break your face, and kept repeating it, but didn't censor it like I did. So, the other sad thing is I should have got it on video, and I would have then put it online and gotten, I don't know, the Pearl Clutches would have said I was a bad father, and all the other people would have shared it with smiley faces and laughing emojis. Yeah, but I've still got to do those two bits. I thought I was all done from right there. Got these two to do. And cool, I did the pasta last and got through the pasta fast. I don't have any baked on pasta on the bottom. Surprise Pikachu. No, it's I have a pen, I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen, I have a pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen, pineapple pen. Pen, pineapple, apple pen. Pen, pineapple, apple pen. So, yeah. Yeah, I know, it is really hard to, although actually, if you got time, search Choco Party Good. That's a classic from a long time ago. Once you find the right one, you'll know you found the right one. Because the Choco Party is good. I won't say any more about that. That'll get me in trouble. What? Oh, you have a pen, you have a spider. Spider pen. Yeah, they did do some Burger King ad, didn't they? With because that guy is a Japanese comedian. He's been around for a long time, and he's always coming up with silly little songs like that. And that one just seemed to hit the right note at the right time. He's had other ones in the past that have been kind of hits, but I don't think they didn't hit. They didn't hit outside of Japan as well as they did in Japan. But that one just seemed to hit really well in Japan. And hit at the right time. Now, I think I've got, that's everything being put away. I'll put that back in there. That's off. That light's still on, but I don't have any more dishes. put the bins. I've already put the bins out. Yeah. Those two can go out tomorrow. You see where it's good now, the chocolate party good. Yeah. So it was Hungry Jack's here in Australia that did the ad, was it? I don't know. Because I know Burger King, it's basically Burger King in Japan. I can never remember, like, Burger King and Hungry Jack's are pretty much exactly the same restaurant. But I remember somebody saying that the reason why it's called Hungry Jack's here in Australia and not Burger King is because back in the day when Burger King tried to expand into Australia, there was already a restaurant in Queensland called Burger King that had already been around for years longer than Burger King in America. Like maybe a decade or more older here in Australia than what the American Burger King was. And so the Australian copyright or whatever turned around and said, no, even if it's an international company, the company here in Australia is older than the American company. So therefore, they're not going to give the name to the American company. They're going to let the Australian company keep the name, which makes sense. But it just meant that Burger King the corporation that is Burger King had to come up with a different name here in Australia. Or at least that's how I understand it, that all went about. But I'm not that into that's never been something that I've really been interested in following. That's just kind of like the gist of the story I heard, and to me, it sounds about right. It doesn't matter where they're from. If one company is older than another, then they should be the younger company should be the one to change the name. But I guess Burger King has established themselves in America already under Burger King, and they come to Australia, but their origin is an Australian like Burger King. Anyway, that's that. More. All right. Yeah, I think so. I think they tried suing them. I really can't remember, but anyway, that is that. I really don't want to say the catch line and end the stream with that catch line, but it's almost 2 hours. How much have we got? Another minute to go before we hit 2 hours. So let's try and fill the time with that. I will go off screen and get myself another Mars bar. No. Let's have another Mars bar for the night. See if I can find one. Yep, there's another Mars bar. We'll open one more Mars bar for the night, and then we will say goodnight. Oh, that plastic wrapper just doesn't sound right, does it? Yeah. I really wanted to change my workouts to early in the morning, but since I got back from Japan, there was the week I got back from Japan, I worked nights, and then worked nights with Sad Boy, then had a week off, and then I just haven't gotten the sleep schedule to get up at 5 in the morning to do workouts. So I've been doing my workouts in the evenings. Okay, buddy. I've got to say like and subscribe. Right, that's right. Thanks for that. The boy number 2 saying that we've got to tell people to like and subscribe. And my oldest just reminded me that he's not allergic to eggs. So, because he eats a lot of eggs, boiled eggs. Like I can undo them and things like that, and crack them in that for him. So that's all good. So you're working 4:30 p.m. to 3 a.m. or something. That's a lot. So I know I stream on both. I've been streaming on both Twitch. All my streams are on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. I mainly do the YouTube, so they're up in permanence. Twitch and I guess Twitch and Kick are limited to 7 days or something for me at the moment. So that's why I like putting them up on YouTube as well, so they kind of have some permanence as well. But you know, they're not really that entertaining, are they? So anyway, one more Mars bar for the road. Dishes are done, food's in the fridge. Everything kind of looks clean. I mean, don't look behind the camera. Do not look over your shoulder at what's behind the camera. That's not going to be good. Cool. Thank you very much for the subs as well. And thank you everybody who raided from Sad Boy. When he said he was raiding somebody, I didn't expect him to raid me. So we should probably do that, shouldn't we? We should probably raid somebody else. Any suggestions who we should raid? Let's do that. I learned how to do raiding the other day. Where are we? No, which one was it? It was somewhere here. Here, raid a channel. There we go. Who can we raid? Channels to follow. Okay, that's that one. No, there's only 2. Let Trash Taste or Muscle Girls. We're not going to raid those ones. Somebody suggest in the chat. Thank you, Cody. Thank you for raiding me then. Somebody suggest somebody else to raid and I'll search them. I've only got 2 others that I follow. They're Trash Taste and that. Yeah, ask and we'll send off over there. So I guess that's the whole point of raiding, isn't it? So that people can keep watching and watch more people and get introduced to new people. But I'm still new at this myself. So just raid a random. Okay, how do I raid a random? Let's have a look at that. How do I find a random direct? Let me change on here. Let's see. Right, let's see who else is streaming. Let's go to Twitch. Somebody's doing Japanese lessons. Neko Moon. Let's do that one. Let's see if we can find her. Let's rate her. Neko Moon VU. Let's start this raid on her. So she's doing some Japanese lessons at the moment. Japanese Q&A. Alright, let's raid her. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching on Kick and on YouTube as well as Twitch. And I'll see you all next time, I guess. Anyway, that's that. More videos coming soon, I guess. Jeez. I should not do that. Alright, let's start the raid.